Okay, let's start. We already cover up two functions. In this lecture, we want to finish the Hermite function and then Lagrange function. Hermite function is the differential equation of this is a special type of differential equation which is known as the Hermite differential equation, and you already check its singularity point, that if you want to find out the singularity at x equal to 0, you will get this is an ordinary point, because at x equal to 0 these both are px and qx, both are the finite, so this is a ordinary point. So for ordinary point and for regular singular point, we can solve the differential equation by Frobenius method. So this equation, that is the Hermite differential equation, we also can solve by Frobenius method. And if you want to know the Hermite differential equation application, this is very much application used mainly wave mechanics and statistical are the main use. And if you wants to find out the solution of this Hermite differential equation, you can take the Frobenius method, because this at x equal to 0, this is the ordinary point, so we can take this formation of the Frobenius method and just derivative first order and second order and put this differential equation. We get this relation, and after that if you want to compare the coefficient of x to the power k minus 2, that is if you want to put here r equals to 0, you will get x to the power k minus 2. So here you will get a 0 and k into k minus 1, and in this part there is no x to the power k minus 2, because we cannot put r equals to minus 2 since r start from 0. So that's why there is no term of to the power k minus 2. Similarly, here we did not get any term of the x to the power k minus 2. That's why we only get a0 k into k minus 1 equals to 0. So since a0 not equal to 0, so k can be 0 or k can be 1. Now if you compare the coefficient of x to the power k minus 1, then you need to put r equals to 1 here. So if you put r equals to 1, you will get a1 k plus 1 into k plus 1 into k. And similarly here we did not get any term of x to the power k minus 1 and x to the power k minus 1, so this will be 0. Here we can take, since if we put k equals to 1, we need to take a1 equals to 0, right? If we take k equals to 1, we need to take a1 equals to 0. Otherwise if you take k equals to 0, you can take a1 not equal to 0. Now if we compare the x to the power now if we compare the x to the power k plus r, so if we wants to coefficient of x to the power k plus r, so you need to put here r equals to r plus 2. If we put r plus 2, then you will get x to the power k plus r. So here the coefficient become a r plus 2, and in this k plus r plus 2, and this is just put k equals r equals to r plus 2, you will get this term. And in next two term you need to put x to the power k plus r, we need to, so sorry, x to the power k plus r, so here we put r equals to r, so you will get ar, and this is k plus r and this is ar. Just put this value and you will get this relation between the coefficient a r plus 2 and ar, that is the relation between the coefficient ar to ar plus 2. Okay, this is known as recurrent relation. Now if we take k equals to 0, there is two value of k already obtained. So if you put this k equals to 0 and k equals to 1, you will be get these two recurrence relation. Now comes into the value for k equals to 0, then you will be get a2 is like that, a4 is in general form, you can find out this relation. Similarly if you want to find out the odd coefficient for a in terms of a1, you will be get this relation, because when we can take k equals to 0, a1 may not be 0, so you can take the odd coefficient also. And finally you will be get the total solution in case of a1 not equal to 0. If we take a equals to 0, you will be get only this part. now comes into k equal to 1. If you take k equal to 1, then must be a1 equals to 0, so the odd term also vanishes. Only the even terms will be arises. So in case of a k equals to 0, that is the this expression. In this expression, k equals to 0, in this expression we will put a r equal to 0, 2, 4 and so on, and the odd term will be already 0. So just put r equal to 0, you will be get a2 and then a4. In general, this will be obtained in case of k equals to 1. Now if you want to find the solution, this will be the solution and the odd term will be 0. And if you want to take this is vx and this is ux, you can see this solution and that solution is the combination into that solution. So this is the combination of these two solutions. So the total solution will be like these two summation of these two solution. This will be the total solution of this Hermite differential equation. Now if you choose the a0 in that form, then if you compare the coefficient of x to the power n in this solution, if you choose the a0, then the coefficient of x to the power n will be like that. That is the in this solution. Sorry, in this solution, if you wants to find out the coefficient of x to the power n with a0 will be like that. If you put, then you will be get 2 to the power n. Now if you want to find out the coefficient of x to the n minus 2, you will be get this type of solution minus n into n minus 1 into by 1 factorial into 2 to the power n minus 2. So in this process you can write down the solution is that in case of when we choose the a0 equal to this. So by choosing a0 equal to this, so by choosing a0 value, we can convert this solution into that form, and this is the known as the Hermite polynomial of degree n, and this can be written in the summation form like that. If you just some if you wants to write down this into summation form, you can check. And this n by 2, that is the limit in for even this will be n by 2, and for odd n this will be half n minus 1. Okay, this is the Hermite polynomial. And just to find out the Hermite polynomial for n equals to 0, 1, 2 and so on, you will be get this polynomial. For n equals to 0, this will be 1. You can change for n equals to 0. If you put this is 0, this is 0. And in case of this 0, so there is only one term, that is the 1. And for n equals to 1, h1x, h2x, h3x will be obtained like that. Okay, this is the Hermite polynomial. And if you want to draw this Hermite polynomial, you can find out in case of a0 equals to 1, like, that's mean this is a parallel with this x-axis like that. This will be the h0x. Okay, and h1x, this one is h1x, that is the straight line. This is h2x, it's parabolic, that is h2x, this is the green color. This is the h2x, this is the h2x parabolic form. And h3x, this one is the h3x. uh, Sorry, this is green color is the h3x and h4x and so on. This is the representation of this Hermite polynomial. Now now if you find out the generating function of the Hermite polynomial, by generating function we can express this polynomial in the it will be helpful us. So the generating function of this Hermite polynomial will be like that: e to the power minus t square plus 2xt will be equals to t to the power n factorial h n x. Now we want to find out some relation regarding this Hermite polynomial. So that's why we partial derivative with respect to time will be get this expression. Exponential derivative will be like that, and this derivative minus 2t, and this will be 2x. And in the right hand side there is a n t to the power n minus 1, and like that. And you can see this part is nothing but this summation of like this. So just put this value and multiply, and then just compare the coefficient of t to the power n. Just compare the coefficient of t to the power n. You can see here, for t to the power n you need to put for t to the power n you need to put n equals to n minus 1. So if you want to put n equals to n minus 1, you will be get this expression. And in this, if you want to find out the coefficient of t to the power n, you need to put n equals to n, and in this case you need to put n equals to n plus 1. So if you put this string, you will be get this relation. This is an important relation in case of Hermite polynomial. And this was derivative, partial derivative with respect to t, because this is a function of x and t. So at first, when we a partial derivative with respect to t, will be get that relation, Hermite polynomial relation. And when you derivative with respect to x, partial derivative with respect to x, of that relation. So you will get this term into 2t with respect to that term into 2t, and this is again this is equal to that summation form. So just put this summation form and then compare the coefficient of t to the power n, will be get this relation. In case of this is we wants to t to the power n, so you need to put n equals to n minus 1 here. Just put n equals to n minus 1, and here n equals to n. Then you will be get the relation between hn prime and hn minus 1. Okay, this is another important relation. Using these two relation, we can find out another property. Now we need to find out the Hermite polynomial using the generating function. Using the generating function also we can find out the Hermite polynomial. Previously we find the Hermite polynomial using this polynomial relation, and now this generating function also help us to find the Hermite polynomial. Okay, so just put the expression value, that is when put n equals to 0, 1, 2, and that's just express these two expression, exponential expressed in the infinite series, and this summation also expressed in infinite series. And then compare the coefficient of t to the power 0, that to the power 0 is h0x, and in this t to the power 0 is 1, so h0x will be 1. Similarly, h t to the power 1 coefficient is h1x, here the t to the power 1 is here 2x. So these two are equal. Now use this relation, by these two relation, because we know these two term, that is h0 and h1. So if you put n equals to 1, you will get h2x, right? Yeah, here if we put n equals to 1, this will be h0x, this term will be h0x, and this term will be h1x, and this term will be h2x. So h2x will be find out by this relation, h2 will be find out by this relation 4x square minus 2. Similarly, we know h1x, h2x, so we can get h3x by this relation. Okay, so in this process we can find out the all the Hermite polynomial by this relation. This is the important relation. By using no two value, that is the h0x is 1 and h1x is 2x, by using these two value will be get h2 then h3, just like a mathematical induction method. Okay, and there is another proof, that is the parity, that is actually parity, that is hn minus x will be minus 1 whole to the power n hnx. Okay, so using this generating function, using this generating function, you can use just parity, that is the x put in minus x and t put into minus t. So this minus t whole square again minus t square, and x is minus x and t x minus x, these two minus cancel out, so this becomes 2xt. But here the x is minus x and t will be minus t, but this is nothing but this summation, so we can write down this summation from generating function from, and this can be written in this from. And now if we compare the coefficient of t to the power, here the coefficient will be h n x by n factorial, and there is h n minus x minus 1 whole to the power n by n factorial. N factorial cancel out, we will be get h n x. Actually in this form we will be get, sorry, in this form we will be get h n x equals to minus 1 whole to the power n h n minus x. Just multiply in both sides by minus n whole to the power n, you will be get h n x into minus 1 whole to the power 2n h n minus x, and this is nothing but positive, so you will be get this relation. Okay, and this is another important relation for priority checking of any function. And there is another some proof regarding Hermite polynomial, that is we need to put h1, actually in this bracket there is x, h1 x square h2 equals to h2x plus 2, h1 and h2 is equal to like that, and h2 square equal to like that. Okay, so for that, just we need to know the value of h0x, h1x, h2x, h3x, and h4x. Now if you want to find out h1 x whole square, you will be get 2x whole square, and this is nothing but h2x plus 2. If we h2x plus 2 will be like that. So in this posture you can solve, you can prove this expression or equation of Hermite polynomial. Now comes into the orthogonality of the Hermite polynomial. uh, this is the orthogonal relation of this Hermite polynomial. Now, if you define this phi of x, another function like that, e to the power minus x square by 2 h n x. So h n x will be like that. This comes into right hand side. So this is e to the power x square by 2 is. Now, if you derivative with respect to x, this is will be often this will be x. Actually, this will be 2x by 2, that is becomes x e to the power x square by 2 and phi n s, and the next term this will be constant and this is derivative. Okay. Now, if we again derivative with respect to x, you will be get this expression, and substituting this in Hermite ordinary differential equation. This is the Hermite ordinary differential equation. Just substitute this expression and previously obtain that expression, and h n x, that is the this expression, these three expression, just substitute, you will be get this type of equation which is self adjoint. Actually this form is not self adjoint, that is the Hermite differential equation not self adjoint, but you can make it self adjoint by substituting this. And this expression, if you just multiply these two generating function g1 and g2, multiplying by this, you will be get this expression. Okay, and if you put this value, you will be get this orthogonal equation of the Hermite function, that is the orthogonal equation. Just compare the coefficient s to the power n, t to the power n in this expression, you will be get this orthogonal equation of this Hermite polynomial. Okay, and this is the previous year's question. You can solve this by Hermite polynomial and this one. Okay, and